Hello everyone. In this session we can take a look how to deploying a Solr on Solid container. So I'm going to use a Tomcat as a Solid container for deploying my Solr. So the prerequisite stuff of this operation is like you have already set your JDK and Java home in your operating system. You may download the Tomcat version 6 or 7, or you may download the your Solr version 5. So I am using a Solr 4 for deploying in Apache Tomcat. So let's take a look what are the necessary steps that you would like to perform before start your Solr in certain Solid container. So first of all, the Solr which you have downloaded as a zip, just extract in your secondary drive. So I extracted and I give name like Solr 4. So it contains the detail like contrib, disk, example, license, and etc. So first step is to extract the zip file and place it into the certain directory structure and rename it with your convention name. Once the thing is done, then you may need to take a look for Tomcat application server. So I install my Tomcat application server at. So this is my Tomcat application server. It's a pretty straightforward application server as similar of our another application server. Now for the second step is you may need to copy the solr.var file from our Solr for the extracted directory dist folder. So this war you may need to copy and place it into your Tomcat web apps. I just place it and rename it, and I started my Tomcat once, so it extracted as a directory and this folder is available. Once the thing is done, the next step is that you may need to travel inside the web apps Solr, WebEnough and web.xml. This file you may need to open. So this web.xml contains already the necessary stuff which requires to the Solr. It's, I just make some changes over here. Previously it was commented. I just uncomment and I just gave a Solr home path. So this is my Solr home path like E drive AU Solr for example Solr. So this is my Solr home. So if you can see over here Solr example Solr. So it contains two directory bean and collection and Solr xml.file, and this is a core admin, or we may say like it's a core container. From here it load the necessary configuration file from like solr config.xml schema.xml. Once this thing is over, we may need to make two changes more in our Tomcat application level, and that is you may need to go to your Tomcat conf folder, and if Catalina folder won't created before, then just create a Catalina folder, then localhost folder, and place the XML file with name this is solr.xml. Here the XML file name must be similar of your web apps folder. So if you can see our web apps extracted folder name is a Solr, so the same name base I created that XML in my Tomcat conf Catalina localhost directory. If Catalina and localhost folder won't already being there, then you may need to create as a new folder. Now let's see what it contains in a solr.xml. So previously it won't contain anything, but I just replace with the code which I need to put. So this is a context approach. Here I am calling a doc base from this application path. So this is my Tomcat path where from where I am calling my Solr war file. So it's a web apps path, and in environment so it's override true and the value is a Solr home, and I am calling my Solr home from over here also, and whatever the necessary parameter we need to call, that we call from the web.xml. So with the help of the context approach, it call the Solr war, and inside the web.xml it apply the necessary changes. So once this thing is over, you can also set the statically path also over here, but we already set that Solr home in our web.xml, so we won't need to mention the path once again. So you can write down this way also. Once this thing is over, we may need to go to our Tomcat bin folder, And inside the Catalina.bat, I am using Windows operating system, so I applied the changes in my Catalina.bat. If you are using the Linux operating system, then you may change in a Catalina.sh file. So I just add a Solr home over here, so that home will read in our Solr.xml. So this is my